Have you ever looked at your life and quietly asked yourself, how did I end up here? Not because everything is falling apart, but because nothing is moving. You wake up, you go through the motions, you tell yourself tomorrow will be different. Then tomorrow comes, and it looks exactly like yesterday. Weeks become months, months become years, and somewhere deep inside, a dangerous thought begins to grow. Maybe this is all my life is ever going to be. Feeling stuck doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you failed. You've been standing in the same mental prison for so long that you've started calling it home. The walls are invisible. The door has never been locked. That's what being stuck really is. Not a lack of ability, but a lack of belief. Quitting feels tempting because your brain wants to escape disappointment. Every dream you postponed, every opportunity you ignored, every promise you abandoned. Relief isn't freedom. It's surrender disguised as comfort. The hardest part isn't failing. It's knowing you're capable of more while doing less. You smile in front of people, but deep down, something is missing. Not money, not status, not luck. Purpose. Motivation is not what changes lives. People feel inspired for 20 minutes. Then reality returns. Motivation was never meant to carry you. Decisions do. Stop asking, how do I feel? Start asking, what needs to be done? Winners act before confidence arrives. Are you exhausted because you've tried everything, or because you've repeated the same excuses? Most people aren't trapped by circumstances. They're trapped by the stories they've repeated. I'm just not disciplined. Your identity doesn't just describe your life. It creates it. Who convinced you that you couldn't move? The biggest obstacle in your life probably doesn't have a face. It isn't your boss. It isn't your family. It isn't your past. It's the version of you waiting for the perfect moment. Perfection is one of the smartest lies fear has ever invented. Wait until you're more confident. Wait until life becomes easier. You don't become confident before you act. You become confident because you acted. Every strong person you admire once looked weak. They moved while fear was screaming. That's the difference. Your brain is designed to keep you safe, not successful. The unknown feels dangerous. So your mind produces logical excuses. The right time never magically arrives. People create opportunities by making uncomfortable decisions. Growth has never asked for permission. It only asks for commitment. Think about the person you could become 1 year from now. One workout, one chapter, one conversation, one application, one business idea. People chase dramatic transformations while ignoring tiny decisions. Success rarely arrives with fireworks. It arrives disguised as boring consistency. Every small action is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. People will call your success luck. They'll never see the invisible victories. You're not behind because someone else is ahead. Comparison is a race with no finish line. Stop measuring your chapter 3 against someone else's chapter 20. Can today's version of you beat yesterday's version? Movement is the opposite of being stuck. Not speed, movement. Even the smallest step forward breaks the illusion that nothing can change. Let's stop talking about why you're stuck. Let's talk about how you get out. Not next Monday. Not next month. Today. Your life doesn't change when you understand more. It changes when you do more. Reduce the size of the battle. Your brain doesn't need a mountain. It needs a single step. If you've been avoiding the gym, do 1 workout. If you've been avoiding your dream, spend 20 focused minutes on it. Momentum doesn't ask how big the first step is. It only asks whether you took one. Keep one promise to yourself every day. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you teach your mind that your own words don't matter. I'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, and nothing happens. After a while, the person you trust the least becomes the person staring back at you in the mirror. Self-confidence isn't built by positive thinking. It's built by evidence. Every promise you keep is evidence. Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect in action. Once you trust yourself, you stop needing constant motivation from the outside. There will still be hard days. Difficult days don't erase meaningful progress. Every extraordinary person had ordinary days they didn't feel like showing up. They showed up anyway. That's the difference. Not talent, not luck. Consistency. A seed buried underground looks exactly the same until the day it breaks through the surface. Just because you can't see results yet doesn't mean nothing is happening. You're still building the foundation. Foundations are invisible until they're strong enough to hold something incredible. So before you quit, I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Not the version that became successful, the version that never tried. That regret is heavier than failure will ever be. Time is the only currency you spend without checking the balance. Every sunrise is a withdrawal. Every night is another receipt. One decision can change your direction. One habit can change your identity. Transformation happens through thousands of moments when you choose growth over comfort. Fear will always be there, but don't let it touch the steering wheel. Stop negotiating with the voice that tells you to stay small. Refuse to let your past make decisions for your future. You are not your mistakes. You are the decisions you make from this moment forward. You don't need permission. The life you've been waiting for begins when you decide you're done waiting. You become your own rescue. This is your moment. Right now. Your future is watching you. Stand up. Take one action. Just one. Small actions performed today are infinitely more powerful than perfect plans postponed forever. It changed the day you stopped waiting and finally decided that your life was worth fighting for.